Okay, this is the Quizizz review for Systems 1 test. Alright, number 1. The table shows ordered pairs from two functions showing the amount of money Kayla has in her account at X weeks and the amount of money Jesus has in his account at X weeks. After how many weeks do Kayla and Jesus have the same amount of money? So guys, to find the solution, all we're going to do is find where my Y values are the same. Right there. And what it's asking us, we need to pay attention. So clearly I can say A and D are gone. It's saying at X weeks, right? And it's saying how many weeks. That's what it's asking us, how many weeks. So I want to look at my X variable. So my correct answer would be B. If it had asked me how much money they have at the same time, then it would have been 18. So pay attention to what it's asking you for your table. Alright, so now we're going to talk about Leo's limo. Leo's limo charges 50 cents per mile plus a cleaning fee of $25. Rachel's rides charges 75 cents per mile with a $10 cleaning fee. Which system of equations can model the situation? So I'm going to underline information in different colors. Leo's is 0.5 per mile and a cleaning fee. Remember, per means slope, so that's 0.5x plus, it even told you plus, 25. That's for Leo. Then Rachel has 0.75 per mile with a $10 fee. So again, remember, per means slope, so 0.75x plus 10. And now we're going to find the right answer. Let's see. I'm going to think A would be the right one. Yep. Alright, number 3. Leo's limo charges 50 cents per mile plus a cleaning fee of $25. Rachel's rides charges 75 cents per mile with a $10 cleaning fee. Which of the following is the most appropriate assignment of variables? So again, it's asking us just what is X and what is Y. Keep in mind, look at your slope. Right? Money per mile. Money per mile. And remember, slope is Y over X. So what does X have to be? Your miles, the cost per mile, and Y has to be your total cost. So where are we at? And that would be C. Okay? Number 4. Which of the following is true about solving systems of equations? The solution is the point of intersection. Well, that's definite, right? The solution is the X and Y variable that makes both statements true. Well, that's true as well. The solution is the point that falls on both lines. That's correct as well. So look at what D is. Watch those. Anytime you see all of the above, A or B, B, C, none of the above, you always need to double check and go back and look at all of them. Are all of them right? Are none of them right? Are those two actually correct? Those are test-taking skills that we need to watch. Alright, number 5. Miss Higdon is planning her wedding. One venue charges $10,000 plus $25 per person, while another venue simply charges $150 per person. How many people would need to attend the venue for the venues to cost the same amount? So they gave me my two equations. And I want to know at some point way in the future over here, where do they cross? Well, since they both equal Y, I can set them equal to each other. 10,000 plus 25x is equal to 150x. And now I'm just solving for x. I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. So I get 10,000 equals 125x. The last step to get x by itself would be to divide by 125. And then we're going to use our handy calculator because even Miss K does not know what 10,000 divided by 125 is. So x is equal to 80. Now I need to know, am I looking for x or am I looking for y? And we don't know because let's look at the question. It says, how many people? Well, look, people is your x variable. So it does want just my x. My correct answer is B. Okay, number 6. And this table's really, really tiny, but we're going to make it work. Some values from two linear equations are shown in the tables. What is the solution? Remember, the solution is that intersection point, or where they both cross, or where they have the same y value. Their x and their y is the same. So at -2 here, well, this doesn't even have -2, so that can't be right. At -1, again, this table doesn't even have -1. At 0, it's -7. So do those match? No. 1, 1, no. 2, 0. 3, -1. Hey, look, that's the same in both tables. So that has to be my solution. Okay. Number 7, which ordered pair is in the solution set represented in graph 1, but not in the solution set for graph 2? So what I want you guys to do is we're going to plot all of these points on graph 2. Because we want to see which one, we don't want it in here, we don't want it over here, we want it in just this little area. Because that's the only area that matches up with the same as graph A. So -8, -4 would be somewhere over here. 6, 0 is over here. -6, 4 is up here. And then 0, 8 is up here as well. So what's the only one that's in this shaded area? Well, that is -8, -4. Okay? Number 8. Tell whether the ordered pair 3, 8 is a solution given the system. Well, the only way for you to tell is for you to graph. So the first one, I'm going to do this in pink. You're going to start at your y-intercept, which is 4. And my slope, what's in front of that x? It's really a 1. It's up 1, over 1, up 1, and you should fill the whole graph out. Go the other way as well. Get your handy-dandy ruler. And now I need to look at my inequality symbol to determine if it's going to be a solid or a dashed line. Because it has that equals to, it's going to be a solid line. Now we're going to look at Mr. Slim. Mr. Slim Shady. Because he's going to help us out with our shading, whether we go above or below. Remember, he always looks to the right like he's doing the right thing. Okay? His nose goes the other way. And then his grill is the word included. And we put that included because if it is on a solid line, it is included in the solution. So looking at my inequality symbol here, it looks like his nose. So did we shade above or below? We shaded below, which means I'm going to shade over here. I'm going to repeat this process for the second inequality. So -6, I'm going to start down here. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. And I'm going in this direction because it is a positive slope. And you're going to finish this all the way through and all the way down. Again, look at your inequality symbol. And because it has that equals to line, it's going to be a solid line. I'm going to look at my inequality symbol again for my shading. Does that symbol look like his eyes or his nose? Well, it looks like his eyes, so I'm going to shade above. Okay, so now I need to know, is 3, 8, go back to my question. Make sure you read what it's asking you. Is 3, 8 right here a solution? Well, hang on, let me make sure. 3, 8. Yep, that's 3, 7. So 3, 8 is not in the pink, but it's in the green. So is it a solution? And the answer is no. It is not a solution. Okay, number 9. This is where it gets a little tricky, but we're going to write the inequalities for each one, and we're going to, again, refer back to Mr. Slim to help us out. So I'm going to look at this line first. It is a dashed line. And I'm going to start with my y-intercept, which is 4. And then my slope, if I look right here, It is up 4 over 2. And it's a negative. So that gives me negative 2. So now I could write my inequality. Y negative 2x plus 4. Now I need to determine my solution. And look, it's shaded this way down below. So below would be less than. I'm going to do the same process again for this line. What is my y-intercept? Well, my b is 0. And now we're going to have to look. I'm getting old. Try to find the slope. There's a pretty point. So we went up 1, 2, 3 over 1. So my slope is 3. So again, I'm going to be able to write it. Y, 3x, and then it's 0. This looks like it is a dashed line as well. And I need to say, look, we shaded above. Above would be greater than. And so now I want to look at which one has the correct inequalities, which would be D. Number 10. Which of the following is not a solution? Guys, all you need to do is plot the points. And if you're reading these graphs, you want to see where do their solutions overlap. And you can see for this line right here, we shaded below. This line we shaded above. So it's this in-between part right here. That's where I need my point. So let's plot all of the points that they gave me. 0, negative 1. Well, that's on a dashed line. Do we include dashed lines? Nope. 0, 3. It's on a solid line. That looks good, but let's keep checking. 4, 0. Okay, that looks good too. 6, negative 2. 1, 2. That looks good. That's weird. Maybe I need to go back and read my question again, because I think Miss K missed the word. And it said which one is not a solution. So make sure you always work all the way through. Don't just go, oh, done, and stop at B. Because we would have screwed up because I didn't check and reread that word not. So please make sure you work through all of your solutions. Number 11. Oh, look, we get to graph again. So we're going to start at our y-intercept of negative 1. My slope is negative 3 over 1. Up 3 to the left 1. 1, 2, 3 to the left 1. And you're going to keep going. Up 3 to the left 1. We're going to go the other direction. Down 3 to the right 1. And you're going to finish it out. Again, look at your inequality to determine what direction, or if it's a solid or a dashed. Because this doesn't have the equals to line, it's going to be a dashed line. I'm going to draw Mr. Slim. Again, he looks to the right like he's doing the right thing. And his grill is included. Okay, so my inequality looks like his eyes, which means I'm going to shade above my line. I'm going to do the same process again for the second one. Positive 1, and my slope is 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Okay. Again, look at your inequality symbol to determine if it's a solid or a dashed line. Because it has that equals to, it's going to be a solid line. It looks like his eyeball, so I'm going to shade above. And then it said identify correct solution, so all I'm going to do is plot points. Negative 1, up 2. Well, there's 1. 1, 2. Ooh, there's another one. They look like they're both on solid lines. Let's keep going, though. 1, 3. And 1, 3. That looks good, too. Same point. We'll check it out, though. Negative 2, 2. That's way over here. 1, 2. I can tell you right now that's not in the purple solution, so it's got to go. Negative 1, negative 3. That's in no solution. So we're going to have to take that both of these are correct. Number 12 should be super easy. It's just asking what is that intersection point. And it is at 4, 3. That's it. That's all your solution is. 4, 3. All right. Number 13. This is going to be a little bit more work, but we can do it. It asks me what system of my equations. I just got to write the equations. So let's take this as the green line. Start with my y-intercept, which is 2, and my slope is up 1 over 1. My equation is x plus 2. I'm going to use this as the pink line. Again, my y-intercept is 4, and my slope is up 1 to the left 1, which makes it a negative 1. So now I want to match and see which ones I get right. Okay, well, oh, that's in standard form, Miss Kate. That sucks. Is the other one right? Yep. Well, let's keep going. Maybe I can eliminate some. Well, that's right, and that's in standard form again. Dang. What about this one? That's right. Oh, man. So I'm going to have to go through each one of these and solve for y. Remember your 2 steps. Move your x, then divide. So if I have x minus y equals negative 4, I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Negative y is equal to negative x minus 4, and I'm going to divide by negative 1. So y is equal to x plus 4. Ooh, well, does that match this one? Nope, so it can't be A. Let's take C. I have x minus y equals 2. So I have to subtract x on both sides. I get negative y is equal to negative x plus 2. And I'm going to divide by that negative 1. So I get y is equal to x minus 2. Well, does that match? Nope. Let's try it again. So I have x plus y equals 2. I'm just going to subtract the x. I have y equals negative x plus 2. Well, does that match? Nope. So let's try that last one. Fingers crossed, it's right. I got x plus y is equal to 4. All I have to do in this case is move my x. Y equals negative x plus 4. Hey, does that match this? And did that match this? Bingo, we have a winner. So that one required a little bit of work, but that's okay. It's all easy work. You just have to work slowly. Number 14. It told me to solve the system by graphing. Now that first equation is not ready to go. I have to solve for y, so I need to do that first. 4x minus 4y equals negative 8. Again, move your x, then divide. So subtract 4x from both sides. Negative 4y is equal to negative 4x minus 8. And then your last step is to divide by negative 4. Y is equal to x plus 2. Now I can graph that. Start at your y-intercept, which is 2. Your slope is up 1 over 1. Fill it all the way through because you never know where that intersection point is going to land. You never know where that intersection point is going to land. Connect your dots. We're going to do this one. It's ready to go for me, isn't it? So I'm going to start at negative 10. My slope is negative 2 over 1. So up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And you're going to keep going all the way through. Don't stop and be like, oop, I hit my line. No, finish it out. Don't be lazy. Make your graph look pretty, because what if I'm giving you points on graphing? You need to finish it all the way out. Now we can clearly see that's where my intersection point is. And that is at negative 4, negative 2. Oop. Looks like the right answer is not there. It's negative 4, negative 2. That is your correct answer. I'm going to guess it was supposed to be A and somebody forgot the negative. I wonder who that could be, Miss Kay. That was me, sorry. All right, 15. Guys, that is a review question. That is function notation. We need to remember our Wakanda forever. Given f of x equals negative 4x minus 10, what is f of x equals 10? Remember, this is y. So it's saying when y is 10, what is my x? So I'm going to bust out my handy calculator here. Go to y equals. Type in your equation, negative 4x minus 10. Guys, all I need to look at is the table. Where y was 10, what is my x? And it's right there. It's negative 5. So it put negative 5 in for the x value. That's as easy as those can get. All you have to do is use the table. All right, next one again. Solve the system by graphing. So guess what we're going to do? Wow, that grid is horrible, but we're going to make it work. We have to solve this for y. 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. Minus 2x on both sides. Negative 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. Divide by negative 3. Y is equal to 2 over 3x minus 2. So I'm going to start at my negative 2, and again, this is real blurry, but hopefully we can make it work. Up 2 over 1, 2. Woo. Okay, I got to move the paper to see it. Sorry. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. Up 2 over 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping I'm getting this right. Down 2 over 1, 2, 3. Okay, we made that work. That's real blurry. Sorry, guys. Hopefully it's a nice, pretty point that we can see. All right, the next one's ready to go. I'm going to start at positive 3. 1, 2, and 3. And my slope is negative 1. Up 1 over 1. And I'm going to be lazy because we can see where it intersects. It's at that point. We're going to stop because that's giving me a migraine. And that is at 1, 2, 3, 0. Remember, you use your x value first. 3, 0. All right, next one. Solve by substitution. Our first step in substitution is to always solve one equation for y equals or x equals. And they did have to work for us because it was already solved. One of them is already in y equals. So I'm going to box that and substitute it in for the y. So now we have 6x plus 2 times everything in the box. Negative 2x plus 3 equals negative 4. First step is to distribute. 6x minus 4x plus 6 is equal to negative 4. Combine your like terms. 2x plus 6 is equal to negative 4. Because my variables are on the left, I need to move my numbers to the right. And to move it, I need to subtract 6 from both sides. 2x is equal to negative 10. Your final step, divide by 2. X is equal to negative 5. Well, that's great. But now I need to plug it in to find my y. And remember, Jack goes back into the box. Y equals negative 2 times negative 5 plus 3. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10 plus 3. 10 plus 3 is 13. So my ordered pair is negative 5, 13. Answer A. All right. I think we got 2 more pages. Oh, last page. Thank goodness. A long one. All right, we're back to Leo's limo. Leo's limo charges 50 cents per mile plus a cleaning fee of $25. Rachel's rides charges 75 cents per mile with a $10 cleaning fee. Which of the following statements is true? All right, so now we actually have to find the solution. So let's recall what our equations were. Per mile with a cleaning fee. So y equals 0.5x plus 25. That was one of them. You're going to write the next one. Again, per mile is your slope and then your cleaning fee. 0.75x plus 10. Guys, now we're going to use our handy calculator. No sense in doing it by substitution. They're both already in y equals. Be done. Be easy. Type in 0.5x plus 25 into y1. Type in 0.75x plus 10 into y2. So now I want to see on my table, where do they match up? Where do my y values match? So I'm going to keep scrolling back down. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Eventually we'll get there. Feel like we're heading in the right direction. The gap is closing. Maybe there soon. There we go. 60, 55. Now that's my ordered pair. 60, 55. So I can go ahead and eliminate B and D. They're gone. But now I need to figure out what was my X and what was my Y. And if you remember back a couple of questions, we said X was our cost per mile, our miles, right? So that means 60 miles is going to cost me $55. Number 19 is another one where you should be using your calculator. It's a review one. Given h of x equals negative 9x plus 5, find h of 8. Again, remember, that's x. It's inside Wakanda forever. So go back to your y equals. Use that tool that you have. Type in the equation, negative 9x plus 5. Go to your table and, we're way up here. We need to find where x is 8, so I'm going to window jump back to 8, just to make that a little quicker. And look what your y is, negative 67. That's how easy those should be. Take your equation, plug it in, find your values. All right. A rectangle has a perimeter of 40 meters. The width is 2 meters longer than its length. Determine the dimensions of the rectangle. Now on this one, I'm going to get some extra paper. One moment. And we're going to do this on paper. Now I always tell my kids, the first thing you should do when you're talking about a shape is draw it. It helps you picture what's going on in this shape. And then it said, okay, perimeter is 40 meters. Perimeter means add up all the sides. And remember, our formula for perimeter was 2L plus 2W. Well, it told me what my perimeter was, wasn't it? 40 equals 2L plus 2W. My next equation, the width is. I always tell my kids, is means the equal sign. So the width is 2 meters longer. Well, how do you show things 2 meters more? You add 2. 2 meters longer than its length. And now it wants me to determine the dimensions. And the dimensions is your solution. So I'm going to use substitution because it's already solved for 1. Here's my box. Plug that in for W. So I have 40 equals 2L plus 2 times L plus 2. And now I'm solving. Distribute. 40 equals 2L plus 2L plus 4. Combine your like terms. 40 equals 4L plus 4. My variables are on the right. I need to move my numbers to the left, and I do that by subtracting 4. So I get 36 equals 4L. Last step is to divide by 4. L is equal to 9. Remember, that's Jack. Where does Jack go? Back in the box. So W equals 9 plus 2. Well, what's 9 plus 2? 11. And so look at your answer choices. 11, 9. Now we have a little one, they're trying to trick you. Negative 11 and negative 9. That's not even a possibility. Because when I measure a rectangle or measure a piece of paper, is there any way I can get a negative value? And the answer is no. I can't bust out a ruler and say, this paper is negative 10 inches long, is it? It doesn't make sense. So when you're talking real world with shapes and measurement, you cannot have a negative answer. So 11, 9 is your only answer. All right, 21 is a great review question as well. What is the slope of the line that is perpendicular? Perpendicular, guys, means double flip. So I need to flip the fraction and the sign. So my original is negative 5 over 4. Let's flip that. That becomes 4 over 5. Because this is negative, this is a positive. That's all that it takes. Take your slope, flip your fraction, flip your sign. That's for perpendicular. The next question is asking me the same thing, but asking me for parallel. Parallel, guys, has the same slope, so I just got to identify what my slope is. Again, those are easy review questions, and I don't want you to miss them. Perpendicular, we double flip. Parallel, it's the same slope. Please remember that. Please remember that. All right, let's talk about this one. I think we're going to be writing some equations. The cost of 3 boxes of envelopes and 4 boxes of notebook paper is $13.25. 2 boxes of envelopes and 6 boxes of notebook paper cost $17. Write the system of equations to solve for a box of envelopes. So we need to label what is X and what is Y. And I'm going to label X as envelopes and Y as notebook paper. And it said to find the cost, right? We're talking that's the money for envelopes and the money for notebook paper. And guys, I'm just going to take each sentence. 3 boxes, 4 boxes equals. So 3x plus 4y equals 13.25. And then I'm going to take the next one. Same process. I've got 2x, 6y equals 17. So 2x plus 6y equals 17. And, ooh, these answer choices are janky, but I feel like we could figure it out here. 3x plus 4y and then 2x plus 6y. I think our answer choice is B. Please make sure you know how to write your word problems. That is very important. Please remember Slim Shady. He is very important. He will help you with your tests.